Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel, where we dive into the latest celebrity news and entertainment updates. Today, I have some very interesting stories to share. We'll be discussing Glorilla's rise to the top of the female rap game, Future's regrets about his beef with Drake, and a shocking lawsuit involving Diddy, a 13-year-old, and the involvement of unnamed male and female celebrities. Let's jump into it. Glorilla's meteoric rise in the rap game. Glorilla is fast becoming one of the biggest names in rap, and this year has been nothing short of amazing for her. She's been getting cosigns from some of the biggest stars in the world, including Rihanna, Beyoncé, and even Taylor Swift. You know you're doing something right when someone like Taylor Swift is vibing to your music. I was caught off guard when I saw Taylor listening to What You Know About Me, Glorilla's hit featuring Sexy Red. It was a surprising but hilarious moment, and it speaks to the wide appeal Glorilla has gained. But it's not just big names showing her love, she's backed it up with impressive numbers too. Her latest album Glorilla sold a massive 69,000 copies in its first week. For an artist who hasn't been on the mainstream radar for that long, that's huge. It's becoming clear that Glorilla is being positioned as the next big thing in female rap. In fact, she's already surpassed many of her peers. The only artists ahead of her at this point are heavyweights like Doja Cat and Nicki Minaj, but she's left others like Ice Spice, JT, and even Lotto in the dust. Personally, I enjoyed Lotto's album Sugar Honey Iced Tea, and I also think Doja's album Alligator Bites Never Heal was solid, but despite my preference, neither of those albums performed better than Glorilla's Glorilla. Even Megan Thee Stallion, who has been dominating the scene, saw her latest album sell 5,000 fewer copies than Glorilla's. That's particularly interesting because Megan has had a bigger push, a larger budget for her music videos, and she even went on a whole tour. Yet, despite all of that, Glorilla outsold her. This wasn't something many people anticipated, considering Megan's mainstream success, Grammy wins, and her ability to headline tours. Glorilla was once seen as an opening act, she even opened for Megan at one point. But now, it seems like she's being pushed into the spotlight as the next it girl in the industry. Some are even speculating that she might take over the spot left by Cardi B, who hasn't released a full album in a while. Cardi's buzz around her music seems to have died down somewhat. Though she's far from being counted out, this unexpected rise makes you wonder how far Glorilla can go. Can she keep up the momentum, and more importantly, can she evolve as an artist? It's one thing to be hot right now, but sustaining that success is the real challenge. Her growth as an artist will be crucial for her longevity in the game. Only time will tell if she can stay at the top, but she's certainly off to a great start. Future's regrets over his feud with Drake. Moving on to Future, there seems to be some regret surrounding his past feuds, especially with Drake. If you've been following, you know that this year alone, Drake has been involved in multiple beefs with some big names, including Kendrick Lamar, Rick Ross, The Weeknd, A$AP Rocky, and Future. Interestingly, Future and Metro Boomin were the ones who seemingly opened the door for this latest round of drama between Drake and Kendrick. Kendrick used a track produced by Metro Boomin to take direct shots at Drake in response to Drake and J. Cole's song First Person Shooter. That song was the spark that reignited this long-standing feud. But now, it seems like Future is rethinking his part in all of this. He's starting to realize that going against Drake isn't exactly beneficial, especially since they have a long history of collaborating on successful projects. Recently, Young Thug, who is currently behind bars, tweeted, "Drake, Future, Metro Boomin, we're all brothers. Music isn't the same without us collaborating." Future retweeted that message, which seemed to hint at some regret on his part. That tweet said a lot without saying too much. It suggested that these artists realize they need each other to keep the music scene vibrant. While it's true that someone like Future can always thrive on his own, his mixtapes alone are enough to keep him relevant. There's no denying that the absence of collaboration between the top-tier rappers has left a void in the hip-hop world. Without these collaborations, the genre has been struggling, with fewer exciting projects and tours. this lack of collaboration has hurt the male rap scene especially hard. Aside from Rod Wave, who's built a brand around his unique, emotional style of rap, and Kendrick Lamar, who continues to thrive, many of the big male rappers have been quiet this year. And now, with the female rappers stepping up and dominating, the void left by the lack of male collaborations is becoming more apparent. Future probably realizes that beefing with Drake isn't good for business. Though the feud between them wasn't as intense as some of the others, there was definitely tension. Future once called Drake a fake friend, possibly over some behind-the-scenes business issues, but that's not something that can't be fixed. Whether they'll reconcile remains to be seen, but I wouldn't be surprised if Future and Drake patched things up, possibly working together again in the near future. It's likely they've already spoken privately and worked through some of the drama. Diddy facing another lawsuit, 2 unnamed celebrities involved. Now, we've got to talk about the ongoing saga surrounding Diddy. The former music mogul is facing another lawsuit, and this one is disturbing, to say the least. The lawsuit comes from a 13-year-old girl, who is just one of several minors accusing Diddy of sexual misconduct. This case, which is being represented by the Busby law firm, adds to the 120 lawsuits currently filed against him, with 25 of those coming from minors. The details of this case are deeply troubling. According to the lawsuit, the girl was trying to get into the MTV Music Video Awards in September 2000. Without a ticket, she approached several limousines outside the venue. And eventually, Diddy's limo driver picked her up and took her to an after-party. There, she signed a non-disclosure agreement and accepted a drink. After that, she started feeling unwell and laid down in one of the bedrooms. It was then, according to the lawsuit, that Diddy, along with an unnamed male celebrity and a female celebrity, entered the room. The girl alleges that Diddy and the male celebrity assaulted her while the female celebrity watched. This story raises many questions, especially about how a 13-year-old girl ended up in that environment in the first place. Where were her parents? How did she find herself alone at such a high-profile event with no supervision? Was she trafficked? These are important questions that need answers. As for the unnamed celebrities, there's already a lot of speculation about who they could be. People are combing through photos from the 2000 MTV Music Video Awards to see who was around Diddy at the time. It's easy to jump to conclusions, but we can't say for sure who these individuals are until more information is revealed. If these allegations are proven true, Diddy and anyone else involved need to be held accountable for their actions. The fact that so many victims are coming forward is a sign that there's much more to this story, and it's incredibly disturbing to think about how long this abuse might have been going on. At this point, we can only hope for justice for the victims. Everyone who was involved in harming these minors deserves to be exposed and punished to the fullest extent of the law. Conclusion: these are some heavy topics, from Glorilla's unstoppable rise in the rap world to Future's regrets about his feud with Drake, and the sickening allegations against Diddy. What are your thoughts on all of this? Do you think Glorilla will continue her ascent, or could she face challenges down the road? And do you think Future and Drake will ever reconcile? Lastly, how do you feel about the accusations against Diddy? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates, and I'll see you all next time.